死貓
Dr. Cheng, he's burning up with fever.
And his lungs are full of fluids.
More and more patients and still no word from the health bureau. Don't even know how long we'll have to wait.
Maybe I should cancel my trip.
They cannot start their wedding without us, you know.
It's imperative we have these products come in. And yeah, I'll meet you at the restaurant. The one right by the lake downtown, you know. Yeah, you can't miss it. It's called Liberty. That's it, yeah, Liberty.
Please. Thank you. Oh, I forgot my ticket. Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I got it. This way. Thank you. Thank you.
Great hotel, huh?
I know. I won a contest. That's why I'm staying here.
I don't think I should go.
What are you talking about? Có điện thoại影張紀念相。
好，冇問題。準備好，笑。
唔該你，拜拜。
What is it?
I made a terrible mistake.
Did you bring me anything?
You're too old for presents.
Let's get you home, Mom.
好啊。
You okay, Mom?
I'm okay. had a good time. 好玩啊！Hi, nice to see you. 阿強都喺度。Hello. Wow, he's got so big. Look at him. 哇，咁大個。
Mom, maybe you should get some rest.
哦，冇事冇事。
Please, listen.
You need to calm down, Dr. Chang.
Must put it on. You have to.
Come with me.
All right, everyone just move back, please.
It's her heart. She has a bad heart.
I can't believe I'm going to miss another curling tournament.
What is it with men and curling? My ex-husband was obsessed. It's got to be the slowest sport on earth.
It's an excuse to smoke and drink, really.
And you wonder why you keep ending up in here.
Mr. Pulaski.
Surprise, surprise, he's an AFib again.
Truth is, my heart only goes crazy like this when I see Amy.
Well, you know the routine. We'll keep you in overnight, let the cardiologist take a look, probably send you home in the morning.
Thanks, Doc.
All right.
To the penthouse, Amy, and step on it.
I think my ex-husband used to say that, too.
Mr. Kwan.
I need to go home. My mother just died. My wife just had a baby. My family needs me.
Sir, you need to stay calm.
Mr. Kwan, we're going to be testing you for TB. We also need to know if you've been out of the country in the last few months.
No, please. I need to get home.
You have to stay, Mr. Kwan. Your oxygen level is very low.
Mr. Kwan, you've got to keep your oxygen mask on.
Hello, Mr. Douglas. How are you today?
Much better, thanks.
Good. Looks like we found you a bed in another hospital. You should be on your way in the morning.
Will you let my wife know?
Sure. Of course. We have your numbers?
I think so.
Here's Mr. Kwan's X-rated admission. Now look at this repeat film.
Dramatic deterioration.
Yeah, it's only been 12 hours.
Well, he's on antibiotics. Is there anything else we can do for him?
Oh, not much we can do at this point. I expect we'll get a positive on his TB test. Just make him comfortable till we know for sure.
Okay.
Now, all our cases in Singapore seem to originate from this contact point here in Hong Kong. Now, he may turn out to be a super spreader, but we still don't even know what exactly this atypical pneumonia is. Franz, have you got any test results back yet?
Sputum, viral, blood cultures, TB, all negative.
All of them negative.
All we got. We don't have any samples from China yet. They won't let our guys into Guangdong province.
Our doctor in Vietnam is dying.
Dr. Urbani?
It's the same atypical pneumonia.
Urbani hasn't been in Hong Kong. What was the contact point?
We don't know yet. Plus, in the last 72 hours, we've got 19 Vietnamese healthcare workers who are showing the same symptoms. Is there any reason why we shouldn't issue a global alert?
What are you gonna do when you break out of this joint?
I'm going to go curling.
You're what?
I'm going curling.
You're kidding me.
I'm joking. I'm going drinking.
Oh, this guy. How do you deal with this guy? Mr. Douglas, North Haven Hospital, right?
Bye, Amy.
Bye, Mr. Douglas. Bye, Mr. Pulaski. Take care. Now, you guys got to make sure he stays off the smokes, the booze, and the ice.
It won't be easy.
You can. I bet it won't. See you later. Take care. Bye. Hey, you're off.
Yeah.
Great.
Unless you need me to stay.
Oh, no, we're covered. Go home, get some sleep.
You get your morning coffee yet?
I'm on my way now. Thanks. What?
Oh, help me. If he doesn't ask you out soon, I'll do it for him.
I'm not going out with anybody. I'd have to have my kids meet him.
Coward.
Got that right. See you later.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Rosie.
Hey.
Latte, extra foam?
Yep.
Get your opinion on something.
Sure.
We're thinking of expanding our menu.
You're gonna make someone a very fine wife one day, Ed.
That an offer?
Well, every woman needs a wife. Someone to do the laundry, pick up the kids, yell at the ex-husband.
When they told me their mom came back from Hong Kong, the bells went off. With Mr. Kwan almost dead and the whole family, they're all very ill. The symptoms are so similar to the reports I've been reading about in the Chinese papers. Atypical pneumonia, fever, coughs. Mrs. Kwan had a terrible cough before she died. But the death certificate said it was a heart attack.
Yes, well, they sometimes put that when they don't know what it is.
So it could have been a pneumonia. And Hong Kong is only a 2-hour drive from Guanshan. People go back and forth all the time.
You are not gonna leave me alone until I say yes, are you? Fine. I'll run it by Royce.
There are a lot of different etiologies for pneumonia.
Yeah, but this is a strange one. Mr. Kwan isn't HIV positive. He doesn't have cancer. He's way too young to be this sick.
Every year we get the few odd cases of viral pneumonia. They always seem to recover. We never know the source. Let's get all his results back before we jump to conclusions.
The results are back. They're all negative.
Negative.
U.S. and the British believe they already have the right to use force under existing UN resolutions, but if a new one is put to a vote, and if it fails, the British fear they'd be fighting on shaky legal ground. Yes,
They're pushing for war. There's going to be a war. Okay, that's it. I'm calling Bill to take you to the hospital.
Don't bother him. I'm fine.
Honey, if you're not better by tomorrow, we're going in first thing in the morning.
Charging.
Clear.
300.
Charging. Clear.
I don't believe this. 360.
Charging. Oh, come on, come on!
You want to call it?
His man died of pneumonia at 42.
Sorry to bother you, but I... Remember what I told you about that Chinese atypical pneumonia and how Mr. Kwan has all the symptoms?
Brad, he's dead.
I just read it. An advisory sent out by the WHO. That Chinese flu has spread to Hong Kong.
Mrs. Kwan was in Hong Kong. We've got to call Toronto Public Health. Whatever this thing is, it's here.
I've never seen patients deteriorate so quickly. They go from a dry cough to needing full respiratory support in 48 hours. You saw yourself in the x-ray, the infiltrates are everywhere.
It's a whiteout.
And in both lungs, not just one. We've got 5 suspected cases in the family.
5?
Yeah, 2 more came in since I called you guys at Public Health. A neighbor of the Kwans is sick as well.
And they all have the atypical pneumonia symptoms?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to have spread beyond that.
Not yet, anyway.
Both lungs. How can you have pneumonia in both lungs?
Well, at least we know what it is. Let's get the antibiotics and get you home.
Tell your mother it's just the flu. You know how she can get.
Look, it's spreading all over Southeast Asia. We've got to brand this thing.
Aren't severe and acute a little redundant?
Well, yes, but without the S, then we've got R's.
Os.
Precisely. So we've got about 3 seconds to come up with something better than SARS. 2 and 1. Right, all those in favor of SARS, please raise your hands. SARS it is.
And we have 50 more cases. Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore, and more bad news. There's a new country to add to the list.
What, the US?
Canada. Toronto, to be exact.
As a doctor and a researcher.
This isn't a one-man job.
I know, and you will have my support and the support of my staff.
I'm gonna need top microbiologists, maybe a virologist as well.
I hope we can afford to do all this.
You can't afford not to do it.
I don't have an extra dime in my budget, Jeremy. Now, maybe the province.
They are gonna tell you the same damn thing. How can you expect me to take this on without any support?
People are dying here, and we have no idea what is killing them. Now, I will do what I can, but either way, we need you on this. This mysterious respiratory illness the WHO is calling SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, appears to have caused 2 deaths at Toronto Memorial Hospital. In response, we at Toronto Public Health are setting up a hotline for anyone who has any questions or feel they might have symptoms. I will now give it over to Dr. Jeremy Neville, Chief Microbiologist at Metro Civic Hospital.
Thanks, Laura. According to early investigations by the WHO, this atypical pneumonia appears to be caused by a virus. Right now, that's all the world's experts know. We are trying to treat and control an outbreak. We don't know the enemy we're fighting. We don't know what this virus is. We don't know how it is transmitted. And in that vein, I have a question for the Deputy Minister. Is the government willing to fund the team of experts necessary to combat this outbreak?
The province is behind this effort 100%.
Does that mean the province will be funding Dr. Neville's team?
Of course. Of course we will.
Good evening. With the country swept up in a SARS scare, a simple sneeze or cough is enough to make jittery Canadians take a step back and wonder who's next. Today, 5 new suspected cases were reported in Toronto, all of them children, some less than 2 years old. Fear
Your
of this
turn.
highly infectious disease
Mom.
is spreading as quickly as
It's
the
your turn.
mystery illness itself.
Oh,
Ottawa says it is
do
ready
you
to
have any
close the
sixes?
quarantine act if the provinces
Nope,
can
go
contain
fish.
the outbreak. CTV's medical specialist Avis Favreau has been following the SARS story from the start. Avis?
Have needs?
Toronto's Hospital for Sick Children has revealed
Letty.
it now has 5 children who may have SARS,
Lindsay.
the youngest patients
Do you have a
yet
10?
in Canada.
Yeah, well, it's already spread through the hospitals in Vietnam and Hong Kong. What I want to know is what we can do to ensure that the people who work here are safe.
Only half a dozen people are sick, Amy.
No, half a dozen people are very sick and 2 are dead. There's no diagnostic data. Nobody's responding to medication. Both Eileen and Joanne have the same symptoms as Mr. Kwan. The nurses are concerned.
So am I. We're all concerned. Toronto Public Health is on it. Ontario Health is on it. The city's chief microbiologist is on it. These people are experts in infection control. I have to believe they'll tell us if the protocols need to be changed.
Well, thanks to Rosie, we now know what we're dealing with. The WHO guidelines of symptoms are clear. Fever above 38 Celsius. 1 or more of the following respiratory symptoms, including cough, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, and 1 or more of the following: recent history to areas reporting SARS or close contact with a person who has been diagnosed with SARS.
What about Mr. Kwan? We've all been coughed on by him, spat on, thrown up on.
Yeah, look at Eileen and Joanne. Well, we still don't know if that's SARS or just the flu. They're in isolation. We have to be patient.
You mean we have to be a patient?
One more thing. I want all those working with the Kwan family to be extra careful. Wear gloves and masks, just to be safe. And monitor your own temperatures. We're not taking any extra chances here.
Somebody! Oh! Somebody!
It's okay.
He can't breathe.
Maggie, we need a gurney here. An O2.
He has a history of AFib and his rate's over 160. He's directed cardiology.
Can I help you?
Please, my dad, Jack Pulaski, came in here a few hours ago with my mom. He was having trouble breathing.
Pulaski, yes, he's in the ward.
So he's all right?
I'll just... Give me a second to take care of this, and I'll call up.
Okay.
Rogelio Dagdag? Rogelio Dagdag.
Hi. I'm Dr. Royce. He's got a couple of tubes in him, so don't be shocked.
Should we wear masks? The nurse said we should wear masks.
Oh, that won't be necessary. Your father's pneumonia is exacerbated by his heart problem. It looks worse than it is.
Hey, Dad.
We've got him on antibiotics that cover a range of pneumonias common to people his age.
No, I'm okay.
Okay,
I'm
deep
okay.
breath. Deep
Dr. Roy said it's fatigue and stress combined with the flu. Bed rest, lots of fluids, don't get dehydrated. And make sure you eat well. You should feel better in a few days.
Thank you.
son a few hours ago. Jesus. Call Royce. His stats are tanking. He's cyanotic. We need gloves and masks. Stat.
I'm in. Bag him. Good air entry bilaterally.
His stats are coming back up.
Good work.
Dr. Royce. I don't think this is flu or heart failure, and it isn't regular pneumonia.
You think it's SARS, don't you? Well, let's both pray you're wrong.
You were right. Mr. Pulaski was here March 7th, same night as Tom Kwan.
We've got to figure out how many people came through that night.
About 250 people came through that day.
This is where Tom Kwan and Pulaski were?
Yep, March 7th.
Dr. Neville, what about infection control?
I'll just take the usual precautions. Gloves, gowns, masks. I'll let you know more as soon as I know. Okay, we have to track down everybody who came through the ER that night. Everybody who had contact with the Kwans. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can be allowed through the cracks. Okay, these numbers, they're preliminary, but if we take Hong Kong as an example, the RO there is about 3. Now, if we extrapolate...
I'm sorry, Dr. RO?
Rate of spread. For each person that gets SARS, they pass it on to 3 others, and then so on, and so on, and so on.
Which means what exactly?
Well, let's say each of these stickmen represents 10,000 people. Unchecked spread, you have got a potential death toll that could run into the millions. Look, that is why we have to stop this thing at its source. Okay, this is an unseen, unknown enemy. Now, what we have to do is we have to surround the disease, okay? This is like laying siege to a city here.
So basically starve it to death.
Exactly.
You're giving us a worst-case scenario here, right?
Look, until we have concrete scientific data, we won't know. I've got 3 microbiologists arriving today. The lab space at the hospital, it's minimal.
You can use the provincial lab.
And the staff?
Absolutely. Now, I send the WHO daily updates. Is there something I can tell them to get them off our back?
Okay, look. Laura, I'm gonna leave outbreak investigation to your people at Toronto Public Health.
Yeah, sure. We'll take care of contact tracing, patient history. We'll map out the course of the disease for you.
And when you find a new case, you have to impose a quarantine.
Whoa,
Whoa,
no,
no.
wait a minute.
Quarantine.
There has not been a quarantine in this province in 60 years.
We haven't had a problem like this in 60 years.
Well, how can we make people stay away from work and their family? We simply cannot come up with the resources to implement a quarantine.
Okay, then you got a choice. You either find the resources or you start opening temporary morgues.
That's a bit overly dramatic, don't you think?
You better hope so.
Dr. Lam in Hong Kong says they just had a patient showing symptoms. Came into contact with a SARS carrier 9 days ago.
9 days ago? He just started showing symptoms?
Yeah. So you better tell Toronto and everyone else that 10 days or don't even bother.
Okay, it is chlamydia. Now, don't freak out. It's actually pretty common, but you have to make sure you finish all your antibiotics. But I'm gonna have to ask you to give me a list of all your contacts. I know, but as a public health nurse, it's my job to make sure this doesn't spread any further. It's a drag, but it's the law.
So what if I don't? You're going to send me to STD jail?
No, but if you don't, I'm gonna have to go to your school. I'm gonna have to start asking questions. I'm gonna use your name.
You do that.
I have to track this down. It's my job.
Kevin is such...
What's his last name? Hold on a second. Hello, Laura. What type of problem?
So there are quite a few challenges here. We have a huge number of people to track down, and then the work really begins. We need to explain to each one of them what quarantine involves. So that's keeping a safe distance between all family members, wearing a mask at all times, and so on. They all need to be called on the phone every day, and their temperature has to be monitored. If any of them develop any symptoms, they need to be brought into the hospital immediately. So these are patients who were maybe never officially checked in, people who came into emergency and either drove a friend or came in, waited, and left. There could be hundreds here.
They just keep passing it on to whoever they meet.
Hi, Mr. Douglas. They have a bed in the dialysis unit over at North Haven. The ambulance can take you there in the morning.
We need to find every single person who has come in contact with this virus and lock them down. Any questions?
A lot of these people may not want to be found. Illegals, new immigrants that are afraid of the government, you got...
And that's why I'm giving you the tough ones. Okay, let's get to work.
Okay, thanks. Case reported at North Haven Hospital. So far, they can't find any connection to Toronto Memorial.
There could be someone out there who's asymptomatic, someone who doesn't even know they're sick.
Here's the lab.
Where is everybody?
Can I help you?
Dr. Neville from Metrocivic Microbiology. We're the SARS research team. Where's all the staff?
They let the last of the guys go about a year ago. Cutbacks.
So there's no staff at all?
You're looking at it.
Yeah, great.
So always make sure that this nose clamp is tight. You okay? Yeah. And that the bottom of the mask is tucked well underneath the chin. Thank you.
Thanks.
Now, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Eileen and Joanne both appear to have SARS.
There are people coming and going in here. Shouldn't they shut down the hospital?
I've suggested that. They tell me it's a Toronto public health decision. Which brings me to another issue which you may not be thrilled about. Until SARS is contained, Ontario Health doesn't want Memorial nurses to work at any other hospitals.
I only work here 1 day a week. I can't survive on that. How can I support my family on that?
Without rotation, we'll be understaffed. I'll do my best to make sure you all get more shifts.
So if we want to work more, we have to work here with SARS.
Where's the Bishop file?
I left it with Kathy.
I told you I needed it. Hello, hi, I'm Mrs. Bishop. This is Toronto Public Health. I am calling to find out your husband's latest temperature, if you don't mind. No, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Thank you very much. Can somebody just maybe mention it to me when somebody dies? Can you cross Bishop's name off the list, please?
Hey, how's it going?
We still have not got the files from Ontario Health. We have no inter-hospital computer system. I'm down to flowcharts, Jiffy markers, and Post-its. Oh, I just finished calling a woman asking her for her dead husband's temperature.
Just do the best that you can, okay, Rob? Look, has anyone found a source for the outbreak at North Haven?
I've actually just found it. Kevin Douglas, he was in the bed beside Tom Pond at Toronto Memorial and was transferred on March the 8th.
We're knee-deep in an epidemic, and they're still transferring patients like it's rush hour on the subway. Well, at least it's one mystery solved.
Does that make us 1 for 50?
Now that you have some downtime. There were 4 Filipinos admitted with SARS to different hospitals in the past 48 hours. I need you guys to find their contact point.
I'm on it.
We were in the goddamn intensive care with a bunch of dying SARS patients, and you told us not to wear masks!
I didn't wear one either. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
My dad is dead. My mother is sick because of this flu.
Your mother has SARS?
And my sister. And I went home to my girlfriend's that night, and she works in a school, so... maybe we should have worn masks, huh?
I'm so sorry.
You're sorry. My mother is 74 years old. She has asthma.
I know this is the last thing you want to hear right now. You have to be at home. In quarantine.
I know it's not your week to have Lindsay and Scotty, but I am more than a little nervous about coming home to them.
It's a tough week for us.
Look, I could leave them with my mom, but I think they'd be better off with their dad.
I'm sorry. It's just Jane really likes us to keep our routine.
Well, your girlfriend is 35. She'll learn to adjust.
34. I know. This SARS thing can't be that serious. You know how the media is.
Dan, I work in a hospital where people are dying from being in the same room as a SARS patient. You really want our kids exposed to that?
How long do we have to wear these?
Until SARS is over.
And how long will that be?
Maybe by the time you're through med school.
Very funny. Are you taking enough precautions at work?
Of course we are. Amy's got us doubling everything. I just don't want to put you guys at risk.
And do I eat that soup? Do we share the one bathroom?
Thank you, doctor. Go back to your studies.
Rosie, do you have to work with the SARS patients?
Mom, I'm a nurse.
Not surprisingly, tourism industry officials are gearing their damage control efforts toward the high-profile convention business. Retail sales are down by as much as 30%. The CN Tower had 12,000 cancellations, reducing its usual April business by 15%. And 4 major conventions with hotel bookings totaling more
Hey,
than
Ed.
49,000
Hey,
nights.
usual.
Anything stiffer?
Double shot latte.
The American Association for Cancer Research Convention early this month cost the city $20 million.
It's unfortunate, but I do feel there is a climate of fear in the city at this particular time. Fear is spreading much more quickly than this disease. Do Torontonians need to take precautions? Sure, of course they do. Is there a reason to be afraid? Absolutely not. The spread of this disease does appear to be slowing.
Slowing? Where's he getting his information?
Not surprisingly, tourism
Are you holding up?
officials are gearing their
I'm
damage
okay.
control efforts toward
You?
the high-profile
How's
convention.
business?
Empty most days.
Nobody wants to be around the hospital, except for me, of course. How are the kids?
Fine.
getting much time off with this thing?
You know, Ed, I'm gonna come right back for that. Philip. Can I sit? Are you okay?
The Pulaskis had asked me if they should wear masks. I said no.
You didn't know. There was no way to know.
A second-year nurse knew, Amy. You tried to tell me. I was just... It just seems so unlikely. I've been walking into that hospital, into that emergency room for 30 years. You get so you think you know what to expect.
No one could have predicted this.
Okay, you got everything?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. You okay with your backpack? Do you want to give this to your dad? Okay.
Here you go. I'll take that.
Okay. You know what? You guys are going to have a really good time.
Mom, I don't want you to go. Chinese people are dying from that.
Then I'll be okay, right?
We'll have lots of fun, Scotty.
You have to be brave, okay? We all have to be brave. We're going to be home together again real soon, I promise. Okay.
Scared, Mom?
I just have to work real hard over the next little while, that's all. I'm going to call you every night and help you with your homework, okay?
Okay, guys, ready?
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, Mom.
You want to say hi to Jane?
First Toronto Memorial and now North Haven have been forced to close their doors to the public. Over 15 nurses have been struck down in the line of duty by this mysterious disease, which continues to take its toll on this once active city. Can I ask what happened?
My father-in-law is in there for hip replacement. No one let us in to see him. My wife's been trying to see if there's any way to make contact, but then they said they moved all the patients out, but no sign of my father-in-law, which means that he's probably been exposed.
Pandemonium at Toronto Memorial tonight. People locked in, people locked out, and people being put in quarantine as the world watches.
We've officially been designated a SARS facility. They're moving all other ambulatory patients out, leaving us with SARS or suspected SARS patients. As you may know, we're in a volunteer work situation now. The choice to work here is entirely yours. The hospital's doing everything it can to provide us with the most up-to-date protective gear. But even so, there's a risk. A grave risk. But our nurse is right. A lot of us chose this profession because we wanted the opportunity to help people in times of need. This is one of those times. These people need us. Now, for practical reasons, I need to know how many of you are planning on showing up for work tomorrow.
got off the phone with Toronto Health. They're not getting access to patient files either.
I'm not surprised.
So what if we know this thing replicates every few hours in a test tube? That doesn't tell us anything about what's going on in the human body. We're talking about basic outbreak investigation. Is the disease spread by droplets or is it airborne? How long after contact is the person infectious? Are they infectious before they have symptoms?
Are they infectious after the symptoms resolve? We don't know. We're not going to know unless we have access to patient files.
Patient files are private.
Oh, okay, then patients will die privately. Only they won't. They're going to spread the disease to dozens and dozens of other people
Doctor,
first.
I am doing what I can.
We can't fight this thing unless we know what it is.
And we can't rush headlong into something that might be against the law.
Okay, I'm not talking about posting your Aunt Edna's cholesterol scores online, okay? I'm talking about file sharing between healthcare professionals. You just need the leadership to make that call.
The province's lawyers are looking into it. It's the best I can do.
Well, you know what? Your best is not much to write home about.
Hey. Hi, good morning. Hello. Good morning, Amy. All right. Have you been to Hong Kong in the past few weeks?
No.
Have you been to any other hospital in the vicinity in the past 2 weeks?
No?
Do you have any body aches or severe...
Yes, one, but it's private. What's that?
Egg, I think. Some of our neighbors aren't very happy that we've had to close the local emergency room.
Why didn't they tell me? Isn't it somebody's job to tell me these things?
What's the problem?
I've been wearing these masks for 3 days. Now they say they don't work unless you adjust the nose clips.
Well, if you'd been reading the protocols, you'd know how to do this correctly.
I'm not a nurse.
What?
I work in administration. They just sent me down here to take the temperatures. I don't even know if I'm doing that right.
Atlanta called. Everything points to this being a coronavirus.
A coronavirus?
That's what the WHO is saying.
It's unbelievable.
Why is that?
Well, that's the virus that causes the common cold.
How did it get so deadly?
I don't know, must have crossed the species barrier, probably cat or dog to human.
What does this mean in terms of controlling it?
Well, you know why there's no cure to the common cold? The coronavirus loves to mutate. It replicates fast. It picks up pieces of other viruses.
With constant change, it's almost impossible to control.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if it merged with something as contagious as smallpox. I mean, you got the deadliness of SARS with the RO of smallpox. You know what you got? Plague City.
Can I help you?
Mr. Stanton, I'm Rob Connell from Public Health.
I already told you on the phone. I'm feeling fine.
That's certainly good news, sir. But unfortunately, there are several people who've been in contact with the same index patient that you have. And now they're dead. So I need you to do me a favor. Turn around, go back inside, and please put this on.
I'd love to, but I've got a meeting in half an hour. So I need you to get off my porch. Do you really think you're gonna stop me?
Probably not, but they can.
We're living in a fascist state, you know.
Well, if it were, my job would be a whole lot easier.
That's right, Scotty.
But the rule is I before E except after C, right? So words like believe, grieve, relieve are IE. And words like receive and deceive are EI. Well, most rules are stupid, but this rule happens to be less stupid than most.
Sorry, problems with Mr. Bradshaw.
I'll call you back, Scotty, okay? No, I will.
He's
I promise.
coding.
I have to go. Just kiss your sister for me. Just do it.
Good morning, Father Luis.
Good morning. Rogelio, are you feeling better?
Rogelio.
Ophthalmoscope, please.
How's the patient?
The old ones can't survive it. The younger ones have a lot more fight. I've noticed something interesting, though. Just before quite a few of the patients have died, Bradshaw, Mrs. Pulaski, for instance, their symptoms ease up and then, bang, they crash. We can't get them back.
I've been noticing that, too. So you're saying when they start to feel better, that's when we should start to worry?
Frankly, I'd start now, save time.
Here, doctor.
You hold up.
Would you excuse me? I just need to take care of something. Rosie, that's not the right mask. You need the N95.
I know. Mine was stolen.
Stolen?
But I had two. Both gone from my bag. And with the shortage, I doubled these instead.
Well, that's not good enough. I'm gonna find you another N95. Son of a... I can't believe they did it.
Did what?
They're cutting the lighting down to half power.
Why?
I don't know, place is pretty empty. Powers that be want to save a couple of bucks on the electric bill, so we get mood lighting.
If they print patient charts in Braille, we'll be okay.
Oh, you look exhausted. Go home. You can't work 16 hours without getting sloppy. I'll take over.
You were here when I arrived.
Oh, see? Now you're hallucinating. Go home.
Thanks, Amy.
What's the student's name? I can't give you the information. It's a privacy issue. All I can say is that she's been exposed to the SARS virus, so I need you to close down this school for like 10 days.
We're in the middle of the term.
We're in the middle of an epidemic. You know, sir, I got lots to do. I got a lot of people to track down, so you either close down the school or I'm gonna call your superintendent.
Have you any idea what kind of headache this is gonna cause?
Look, compared to a handful of dead 11th graders, I don't think it's much of a headache at all.
Well, when would we have to close it down by?
I'm leaving in 30 seconds, so anytime before that will be good, all right? Thank you very much.
Do you have any body aches or severe headaches?
No.
Hey. Hey.
You're here early.
Well, you know what they say. Early bird gets the, something or other. Morning, Rosie.
Morning.
Good morning, Amy. Have you been to Hong Kong?
No. No, yes, no, yes.
See you up there.
See ya.
Wait, Rosie?
What?
You're 38.5.
The x-rays show some consolidation in the lungs.
How are you?
My cough is definitely getting worse.
We're gonna want to take a few blood tests. Keep you here for the time being.
But what about my mom and sister? Oh, God. How am I gonna tell them that?
I can call them first, or go see them. Just say the word.
Before he died, Rogelio was at some sort of church event.
Yes, the CAF annual retreat. I called the ambulance from there.
On the 29th. And how many people attended?
Maybe 25 or 30?
25. That's a lot of people I have to track down. All right, Father, what I need you to make a list for me. As a matter of fact, what other church events did he attend?
Well, yes, he was a regular. He came to Mass every week.
But when was the last time you saw him?
Let me see. He was here at Mass, Sunday before the retreat.
Here at Mass. How many people are we talking about here?
500 spreaders.
At least 500 spreaders. Well, this is out of our control now. I mean, it's in the community. This church was in the middle of Forest Hill.
Forest Hill.
Yeah.
My nanny goes to a church in Forest Hill.
What do you mean I can't see her?
We're taking really good care of her, but she's very contagious.
She's my daughter.
Yes, but she has SARS.
I told her not to work there anymore.
She's young and she's strong. She's gonna pull through this.
She's gonna be okay, Mom.
She's just getting settled in now. She's gonna call you tonight. The other thing is, because of your exposure to Rosie, you have to be in quarantine for 10 days. So I've brought these masks for you, and I've written my cell phone number down. So if you need anything, if I can help in any way, please call me.
We're talking thousands of new cases, and then to quarantine them, look, we simply don't have the resources to track and monitor that many people.
I will pass along your concerns to the minister.
These are not concerns, these are facts. We need to hold a press conference. radio, TV, whatever, but we need to warn the Filipino community, not to mention the rest of the city.
A panic-filled press release is exactly what we have been trying to avoid. And when was the last new case?
8 days ago.
8 days. That's a long time. 2 more days, it'll be 1 full quarantine cycle.
You can't possibly think this thing is over.
There are other factors to be considered here. The city has already lost millions of dollars. We are rolling back taxes on hotels and restaurants, and yet the downtown area still looks like a ghost town. The last thing we need is to get people panicking again. So before we unleash a witch hunt against the Filipino community, we need to make sure that going public is the best thing for the health of the city.
No, we cannot sacrifice lives for economics here. Have you ever seen a person choked to death because their lungs don't work anymore?
Have you ever seen a family on the street because their livelihood is gone? Does Dr. Neville know about this?
Not yet.
I'll tell him. And I will call the minister.
With the facts.
Yes, with the facts. Now, I will let you know when we're ready to go to the press with this.
You're down a couple of degrees.
Sorry, I can barely hear you.
You're down a couple of degrees.
They got you triple bagging now?
Oh, well, you know how they are.
So is it true?
What?
Do nurses really make the worst patients?
No, that's doctors. Nurses are perfect at everything. Didn't you get the memo?
I actually feel a little better.
That could be a good thing.
Different agencies sending us 10 different protocols. The OMA, Public Health, Health Canada, the Public Health Commission, the SARS Action Group. Let's face it, nobody knows what the hell is going on, so they're sending us new protocols every time someone new gets sick.
They're trying to keep up with the way the virus is changing.
They're trying to cover their asses. It's just, we have 3 negative pressure rooms on a ward with 40 SARS patients. We should be able to protect our staff from this.
Rosie, she shouldn't be sick.
No, she shouldn't. Now I know what lepers feel like.
Amy. I'm really sorry. It's the only way I can keep my last few customers happy.
Put it down on the sidewalk and I'll come and get it.
On the house.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Look, I am asking you as a personal friend, if you quit now, the team will fall apart.
This could turn into the plague of the 21st century, and we're dealing with a bunch of bureaucrats who are so scared of being sued that they won't let us look at patient files. This is monumentally
Vancouver
stupid!
Lab is very close to mapping the genome. Brian, I need your expertise on this.
I'm sorry.
They're worried about a Filipino witch hunt.
I'm worried about an epidemic. Does Dr. Neville know about this?
Yeah, the deputy minister is supposed to tell him.
I don't know about you. I'm not willing to have thousands of people's deaths on my conscience.
I have spoken to the deputy minister. He spoke with the minister, and they refuse to go public right now. Rob. My hands are tied. Yours aren't.
You okay? It hurts when I breathe. It hurts when I blink. I'd cry, but I bet that would hurt too.
Well, that's why I like to keep my emotions nice and bottled up.
Amy? Can you open that top drawer? My nursing pin. If anything happens to me, I want you to give it to my mother.
Hey, we are not going there, okay? You're gonna pull through this.
Please. Take it. Just in case.
Prime Minister Chiang Kai-shek made a point of having lunch at a Chinese restaurant in Toronto, lending his support to businesses that have been hurt by the SARS scare. Since the outbreak, which began in China, fewer people have been going to the restaurants and shops of Chinatown.
So the people can see we can have a lot of fun in a Chinese restaurant.
That close, huh? Okay. That's damn exciting. No, call me. I'll be up all night. I've got a press conference tomorrow, and I'd like to bring some good news.
Can I help you? Yes, Rob Connell, sir. I do tracking in public health. I'm actually the guy who uncovered the exposure in the Filipino community.
Congratulations. You folks are doing great work.
I wanted to ask you about the press conference tomorrow. Are you going to mention the CAF exposures?
Tell me your name again?
Rob.
Rob? Well, I'm sorry, Rob, but I'm not in the habit of releasing my remarks to the public before I actually make them.
Okay, but the problem is, sir, people at public health are a little worried because they think...
It's been 10 days, Rob. Where are the new cases?
There's at least 30 more suspected cases.
Yes, but there are no new confirmed cases. We have to take things in balance. Economic issues versus public safety.
Let's put it this way. You either mention this at the conference, or I'm gonna do it myself. Oh, and we're doing a very good job. Thank you very much.
Laura. Deputy Minister, I've got some good news for both of you. The Vancouver lab has mapped the genetic code of the virus.
Well, that's great.
Great. Do you know what this means?
There's something you need to know before we go out there.
Why wasn't I told about this?
We only found out about it a couple of days ago.
You knew about this?
The main thing is he's going to press with
This is a goddamn disaster.
Let's just go. We are already 5 minutes late.
Thank you for coming. We are happy to report there has not been a new confirmed case in 11 days. Unfortunately, during that same period, upwards of 500 people may have been exposed to the virus.
What are you doing about it?
Dr. Neville, who are the 500
All stops have to come out now. We have a tiny window of opportunity to contain this.
Come on, Dr. Neville, be straight with us. Hasn't that window already closed?
I'm sorry. Right now, you have as much information as I do.
The World Health Organization already says it isn't happy with our airport screening procedure. How did Geneva respond to this?
I have to ask the deputy minister. I'm sure it was in his daily report.
What do you have?
While many have refused to quarantine themselves, the mass exposure has resulted in 31 possible infections and now threatens to spread severe acute respiratory syndrome further afield in the community. Just as public health workers had hoped, the worst was finally behind them.
Hi, it's Amy. I was just calling to see how the kids are. Oh, right. Listen, I just wanted to thank you and Dan for having them for so long. I know it isn't what we planned, but I'm happy to hear that. When they get back, just tell them that I miss them. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Royce? Royce! Code blue!
Get the car stat.
Call your wife. Remember her?
What was her name again?
Evidently, we no longer receive calls and updates from Toronto. The New York Times reports 500 members of a church group have been exposed to the disease March 28th and may have passed it on to others. Has anybody heard about this directly from Toronto?
No, I know I haven't.
I mean, this was just 4 days ago. It says 29 probable and suspected cases.
I don't believe this.
Vietnam gets SARS under control, but Toronto doesn't even bother to pick up the goddamn phone.
Right. How are we going to respond?
Well, we're looking bad on this. Being racist even, just putting travel bans on Asian countries.
What, are you suggesting we put a travel ban on Toronto?
With the World Health Organization, Toronto is not taking us seriously.
Paul, we didn't even do that in the Congo when Ebola was raging there. Come on.
We really have to do something about this one.
In shocking news tonight, the World Health Organization has just announced they will impose a travel ban on the city of Toronto. This is the first time such an advisory has been issued in 55 years, and at a time when Toronto residents were just starting to get back to normal.
Our decision to issue the advisory was based on several factors, including the number of new cases that could result from this recent exposure, as well as the number of cases that we've seen exported from Canada to other countries.
We're now going live for reaction from Toronto Mayor Mel Lastman.
I'm shocked that the medical evidence before us does not support this advisory, and I'm told they have never issued an advisory like this before in their history. In fact, I don't even know, and nobody here even knows, if they've ever been here.
We do not yet fully know the implications of SARS on Ontario's economy.
There is an enormous price tag already attached to SARS. The World Health Organization estimates the global cost so far is $30 billion. Now that's worldwide, remember?
On American airwaves, Ontario's health minister was trying to do some damage control.
Still, it's another troubling development in the story of this new disease, which now has some 129 suspect or probable cases in Canada in 6 provinces.
It's now clear Toronto is a long way away from winning its battle against SARS.
The most serious situation just east of the city, where tonight 1,000 people are in quarantine.
About the WHO and their ban on travel to Toronto, and the fact that they're in Geneva. And the mayor, it's so embarrassing because I don't think he has the faintest idea where Geneva is. The man is not a Rhodes Scholar. Rosie?
She needs to be intubated now!
Oh, come on. There has not been a new case of SARS in 15 days. We are presently preparing a team to fly to Geneva to overturn this ban. Toronto is a great city. We have got this disease under control, and we will not be manipulated by WHO politics.
Dagger, please. Great, Rosie. Doing great. Terrific, Rosie.
Medical assistance?
No, it's my sister.
I'm sorry, but no one goes in or out except for hospital workers.
She's dying, okay? So give me a mask or whatever.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
My sister's dying!
I'm sorry.
Please, let us...
You can't go in.
Okay, I've connected you. Go ahead.
I need to speak to my daughter.
Okay, she's right here.
Hi, Rosie. It's me.
And Mom, I just wanted to say thank you for always pushing me and getting me through school. You're gonna pull through, okay? I love you, my little girl. We love you. We love you. Rosie? Can you hear us? Rosie? Rosie?
She says she loves you. Go ahead, she can still hear you.
Spend all your time waiting.
Well, I think for the WHO, this may be more about politics than anything else. But there has been an ongoing problem with information exchange during the crisis. I myself was not told about the exposure until yesterday.
And it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction. Oh, beautiful release. Memories seep from my veins. Let me be empty. Oh, weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room.
This is Rosie's nursing pin. She wanted you to have it.
Of your silent reverie, you're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here.
government, industry, and union officials are working on a comprehensive economic recovery plan. CTV News has learned that work is underway on the first part of that plan, a marketing campaign aimed at Toronto residents. They'll be urged to phone friends and family around the world with one simple message: come visit, visit soon.
Dr. Neville, thank you for coming.
What's up? You made it sound important.
Please, sit down. Well, it's been more than one quarantine cycle since the last new case.
Seems that way.
Think we're over the hump?
Could be.
I'm just back from Geneva. WHO ban. Bit of politics, as you know, but I think we've smoothed over any ruffled feathers. Word is they intend to lift the ban in the next few hours.
Okay, what do you want from me?
Don't you think it's time to dial it down a bit? Protocols alone are costing each hospital almost $100,000 a day. Surgeries are still being delayed, putting more lives at risk, and to the rest of the world, we look like a plague city. Come on, doctor, it's time to start publicizing a SARS-free Toronto, but I need you on side.
You need to hear me on this, okay? We dodged a bullet here. This is just a dress rehearsal for something bigger and a whole lot worse, all right? Now next time, and there will be a next time, we've got to be prepared. So you want to sound the all clear? That's okay. I'll go along with that. Before I do, you've got to convince me that you have a plan to beat the next one.
New protocol. They say we're back to normal. Anyone can remember what that is?
I remember in the staff room when we didn't have to wear all this stuff.
Somewhere in the back of my brain, I kind of remember that too.
I hope they're right about this.
I'll see you guys in a couple weeks, okay?
Hi.
All right.
You're so huge! Oh. I missed you. You're so huge and heavy. Were you like this when I left? Little bears.